Do you want to speed up your editing process and edit like a pro in your next video? What's up guys? My name is Luca. Welcome back to the Filmstock channel. Today we're going to go through 5 video editing tricks to speed up your video editing. But before we get into the video, don't forget to turn on the bell notification down below and also subscribe to our channel. Let's get into it. Tip number 1, keep it short. This is huge. When starting video editing, I find that a lot of beginners usually just spend so much time in creating this perfect, beautiful timeline in their eyes, and they keep these beautiful cinematic long shots, but then they don't understand that the span of attention these days, it's so little, it's so low, that you're kind of just pushing away your audience, you're pushing away the people who want to watch your videos. So one tip that I can give you is to keep your video short. And to do that, what I usually do is I create a main timeline based on the music, and then I go again over the timeline 1, twice, maybe even 3 times, and I cut away little bits and pieces that they just don't fit with the video, or maybe just show the video to some friends and like tell them like, hey, where do you think you're losing your attention? Like, is this shot too long? Is this shot too long? That way you're gonna make your video just those like 10-15 seconds shorter, and that will make a huge difference. Tip number 2, cut to the beat. I am a strong believer that you should always pick your music even before you start scripting your project, just so you can write your story or direct your actors or shoot accordingly to the vibe of the music. But either way, whenever you go into the editing part, what you should do is drop the music into the timeline first and then cut the footage accordingly to the beat. I'm not saying 100% of the time do that, but if you keep this as a rule of thumb, you will see such a better flow, such a better pacing throughout your videos, and this will step up your videos to the next level. All right, number 3, it's sound design. So let's say you lay down your timeline, you got your music, you got your video all cut to pace, you're already happy with the length of the video, you shrink it down. Now what you want to do, it's sound design. Before even doing the color, I always recommend to do the sound first, just so you get a better feel of what your video are going to look like even before you color them. So when we talk about sound design, usually I always record audio when I'm shooting, so I always have a shotgun mic just to capture the best audio in the actual scene that I'm shooting. But aside from that, I always add some little elements that I have in my audio library or sound effects library. You can find this even for free on YouTube. But what I do is I try and imagine what kind of audio would be around the scene that I'm shooting, and then I add that in post, and I fade audio from the shot before and after into each shot, so that pretty much you're watching but you're also listening. And if you have a shot of like a rice field and then you start hearing a little bit of like an ocean sound in the background, and then your brain kind of like realizes that the shot after is going to be something related to ocean, and then it just makes sense if you then cut to the ocean. That's it. This is one tip that I always say to anyone starting out that asks me for tips, is don't underestimate sound design, because it's huge. Number 4, adding color. So most of you will probably edit and add color with LUTs, which is fine. Just don't overuse them. And the right way of using a LUT is always apply the LUT and then scale the opacity down to a point where you're happy with it. Don't overuse LUTs, please. The number one thing that will distinguish your videos from a professional video is color. And the thing that everyone do is just apply a LUT, saturation. Don't do that. The more subtle your look is, the more realistic your look is, the more pro it is. Don't add too much color. Just take it easy with those LUTs and put the opacity down, and just try and match what your eyes see. Don't go overload with the LUTs. Did I say that enough? Don't go overload with LUTs. Talking about don't overload things, this is the last point. Do not overuse effects. Effects are cool. It's cool to use all these nice transitions, but just don't use it too much. Use a little bit just to spice up your videos, some transition, whatever you're into, it doesn't really matter. Just use a little bit and keep it consistent. That's one thing that I tell everybody. Don't make a video and then the video after you're going to use different effects, and then the video after different effects. Just try and keep the effect super simple and limit the effect you do. Just so even clients, if you're making videos for clients, for example, if you use glitch transitions and then zoom transitions, and then you're going to use film burns, they're going to be like, oh, this guy just putting random effects. But if you use only film burns, for example, then the client's going to be, oh, that's his style, we like it, it's really him, that's it. And this will bring you more clients that just randomly adding effects. So just don't overuse that. That is it for this one, guys. Hope you like it. So leave a like below and subscribe, as I said before, and I'll see you guys in the next video.